Good afternoon and good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and CoffeeStream number 256. And boy, oh boy, was that a terrible fucking debate last night. Holy crap. I covered Pink Hollow and I both covered it last night. He did the first half and I took over for the second half. So I hope, wait. There we go. There we go. That was a long delay. We we had to basically sit through ridiculous amounts of talking over each other and ridiculous amounts of no answering any questions whatsoever. It was rather sad. I mean, most elections in Canada, you see a bit of that with debates, but that was just freaking terrible. Oh my god, so is this roboting. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm listening to myself on the watch page and I'm roboting really badly. I do apologize for no OBS today. My computer decided to update to the newest operating system. And as we all know, when that happens with either Windows or Mac, well, OBS tends to reset itself. So we will muddle through with StreamYard. I'm going to share my screen in just a second. I'm just making sure I have all of the news set up here, and then I'm going to share my screen, and we will have some fun. But I also wanted to just, recap the debate last night. There was so much nothing that was said. That was just, it was sad. I really was very upset that we couldn't just get into any kind of anything. Like, there was no answering. There was no, like, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, even sure, they poked him a little. Like, he stayed on point most of the time, but they poked him and they got him a little ruffled, and all the news that's fit to laugh at. Yep. Hello, Irish Rose. Irish Rose. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my to the science-y news here, because the link that I had sent myself in Twitter does not have a thumbnail, so of course it won't open. Sorry, guys, I'm not very prepared this morning. There it is. There is the story that I wanted right there. No issues at all. Yay. So, yeah, they poked at Andrew Scheer and they got him to be a little, well, you did this too. Yeah. Which was a little disappointing. But it's not as bad as Trudeau not answering a goddamn thing, May doing her usual climate change will solve everything, and the two French guys just being ridiculous, like, just, for lack of a better word, being French. And I can say that because I'm part French. And freaking Jagmeet Singh thinking he's some kind of comedian. I don't know what the fuck he was on. I mean, I'm a pothead too, but you really shouldn't go to your debate high if you're not a good debater in the first place. Because if there's anything known about pot, it's that it tends to enhance the things you're good at or the things that you're bad at. And if you're not a good debater, you really shouldn't do anything high. You should not be debating high. That's just how that works. So we we got to watch a frickin' circus last night. That is the best way I could describe that. It was a circus. It was a political circus. And I still have a bit of a headache from it. So, hence the title Debate Hangover. So let's say hi to chat here. Irish Rose, hello. Skeptalk, hello. Glad to have you guys here. I see some more people are trickling in. Please like and share the stream, despite the fact that there is horrible roboting. This is kind of aggravating. I wonder if we can... We'll figure this out. Look, I have a different mug again. See? Look, a different mug. All right. I've got 8 stories here, which should carry us through. Some of them are a bit long, so hopefully that'll carry us through till 9:30. Yes, we're gonna go all the way through till 9:30 tonight. Apparently. 1:30 is what I meant to say. So the first one is we are going to read about Hong Kong government considering banning the internet. Well, at least that's what the headline says. So let's get this headline here so that we can read. Oi! Safari, behave. Okay, Hong Kong government considering an internet ban to stop protests. Mimicking how Chinese authorities routinely block the web to stifle unrest. So that's not a good thing, I don't think. All right, here we go. Let's read this story.
The Hong Kong government is considering an internet ban as the latest tactic to stop protests and riots that have been ongoing since June.
Because nobody protested before the internet. There was no way to organize protests before the internet. Just no, absolutely none. Nobody knew how to write. Nobody knew how to make signals. Nobody knew how to dial a phone. Nope. It's only the internet that is making protests a thing. Okay, Hong Kong. Carry on.
As violence continues to escalate, a ban on face masks that was put into effect before the weekend failed to keep thousands of demonstrators off the streets who defied the new law.
Yes, because banning face masks, even if they didn't wear face masks, they still would have protested. So I don't, anyway.
Now authorities are refusing to rule out blocking the internet in an effort to stop protesters organizing. Third part, volume level, share. Third part, currently, the government is considering all possible legal options to halt the violence, which could rule out an internet ban in the future, Ip Kwok-hem, a member of the Executive Council of the local government, said today.
Oh boy.
Any such internet ban would be particularly controversial because Chinese authorities routinely block the web in parts of the territory experiencing unrest.
Yeah, here, we're being accused of being just like communist China. So let's just ban the internet. That'll make people happy, right? That'll work. That'll totally make people go, Oh, yeah, no, that's nothing like China. We were so wrong to accuse you, Hong Kong government, of you know, not caring about our rights. The 60s never happened, says Wikipedia snippet. Yeah, exactly. Infowars is not the best, but I can see China doing it to Hong Kong. Yeah. Because the internet has a mind of its own, you know. Yeah. Hello, Costin. It's alive! Yeah.
Restricting internet access would be viewed as more direct interference from Beijing and is likely to stir further anger.
No shit.
Meanwhile, a protester in Hong Kong explained how the demonstrations have moved way beyond the issue of an extradition bill and are now about the existential survival of freedom in the region.
Yep, they sure have.
Link. Young Americans against social. Link. Link. View. Wow. Perhaps the luck. Wow. Listen to this Hong Kong protester talk about his desire for freedom. They are fighting for survival and trying to achieve what we have in America. Perhaps the luxury of unprecedented freedom has made many in this country forget how fragile it truly is. You were correct.
So that's a little bit of an opinion at the end.
Link. Play media embedded video.
Oh,
Currently on
let's see.
press link.
Is it gonna work?
I have a YouTube channel, I don't care. But today, we do this on purpose. Okay? The police force in Hong Kong is completely under the command of the Chinese Communist Party. It's the tyranny which is the existential risk of humanity. Understand this?
Wow.
Sorry? It's not just a bill. The bill has been withdrawn. But if you have not mistaken, but the thing is, Hong Kong has changed. Hong Kong, we are fighting for freedom and survival, okay? And the world should know, if Hong Kong falls, the whole world falls, okay? Because the Chinese Communist Party is the extension of humanity, period.
Well done, sir.
Out of Hong Kong.
Wow. Wow. Not he's that. Hi, RVA. That's that was a pretty impactful speech, man. That was wow. I'm speechless by that. I'm not speechless very often. But you put that pretty much better than I could have ever. So I think we'll just leave it at that. Because quite honestly, there's not much more to add. So let's move on to this enraging story, shall we? Because, you know, Gunfox loves to make me mad. So let's read this. Army combat fitness test fiasco. Slides reveal 84% of women fail the, what is it called? The ACFT. Oh, okay. ACFD. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, here we go.
In link. Previous articles for clearance jobs. 5. Link. Thrown rocks at the Army's catastrophically ill-considered Army combat fitness test. Planned successor to the proven and successful Army physical fitness test. I will admit, however, that my arguments against it emerge strictly from experience and logic. I am a fan of the original APFT because I watched soldiers in my platoon take the challenge to raise their scores, and watched pounds melt away in recruiting post-paratroopers emerge. As for logic, the APFT essentially costs a unit $10 in 2 hours to run through an entire colony of soldiers, whereas the ACFT costs more. Link. Tens of millions of dollars more.
Wow.
Period. But, dear reader, I was willing to admit that I might be wrong. I lost many a night of sleep wondering, is the ACFT the salvation of American freedom? The greatest thing to happen to the Army since the black beret blue service dress uniform, the retro. Link. World War II era pinks and greens. What if the ACFT produced 1 million who are shouting, Iron Man winning, CrossFit teaching soldiers with the physics of Greek gods and goddesses? What if we went to war with China and the enemy just dropped their weapons and ran the opposite direction? So in survival we are the men and women on the front lines? What if, so muscle-bound and terrifying were our soldiers, that the Army stopped issuing rifles just to make it a fair fight when we went to war?
I love the tongue-in-cheekness of this article. I love it. This makes me smile. Shit got real, says Skeptalk. Yep. Hi, Gunfox. You're just in time to hear me read this Army Fitness article. Oh, I don't just make you rage, I try to break your mind. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Dax, welcome. Welcome, glad to have you.
I really put myself out there by coming out so strongly against the ACFT, and because no Army leader has ever been wrong, from General George Washington himself through to General James C. McConville, the present Army Chief of Staff, well, it was inevitable I would have to eat my word. Then last week, someone leaked the analytics slides presenting the pass/fail rate for the 11 battalions taking the ACFT. The short version, oh man was I right. The slightly longer version, the Army Combat Fitness Test is an unbridled, unparalleled, unimaginable disaster. The bottom line, the raw numbers reveal a test absurdly biased against women in uniform, but frankly, no one wearing a green uniform really comes out ahead in this thing.
Oh, God. Okay, here I thought they were going to say that the ACFT was useless because it didn't actually test anything, but it's biased against women, huh? You tricked me, author. You made me think you were sensible. Now I'm even more angry. Hello, Lindsay. I promise there won't be people talking all at once today. Hi, Irate.
Cutting level 2. Women are being set. But cutting level 2. Women are being set up to fail.
Oh, fuck off.
The only thing that feels harder than the ACFT are the soldiers forced to take it. According to the numbers, a jaw-dropping 36% of soldiers overall failed the test, with 64% passing. When you break it down by gender, 70% of men passed. But here is a number should kill and bury the ACFT evermore. 84% of women failed the test. Those numbers are so absurdly biased against women that I was afraid this was some sort of elaborate joke by Duffelblog. But I spoke with one soldier in a leadership position at an ACFT test battalion, and the soldier confirmed that the leaked numbers lined up almost exactly with those of the soldiers' battalion.
Did it ever occur to you that the women who are taking the test are just not strong enough to pass the test? Like, you just said 36% overall fail, so clearly it is a rigorous test. 70% pass rate for men is still pretty low for an Army test. Wouldn't you expect to have a battalion to just... Wouldn't you want your battalion's pass rate to be like, I don't know, something above 80? I wouldn't want 30% of my battalion, of my men in my battalion to fail. I wouldn't want a 64% pass rate from my battalion overall. I would want both my men and my women to fucking buckle down and pass that thing. Seriously, I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? 70 fucking, like a 60% fucking pass rate? That's disgusting. And that's not the test's fault. I highly doubt that's the test's fault. I have a firm belief that both men and women are softer than they used to be. The enemy would, though. Yeah, no kidding, Wikipedia snippet. No frickin' kidding. And the US is comfortable with sending a battalion out there with a 64% pass rate? There is no nurturing section to the exam. Having higher standards for women would be discrimination, says Mr. Dax. Women just failing to meet the requirements is not. No. Globalism in action. Yep.
Here is why those fail numbers are so bad. Male or female, you fail your physical training test, you get flagged. You aren't going to military schools like basic leader course or airborne school. And if somehow you get there anyway, when you're tested again, you'll be turned around and sent home. You cannot be promoted. You cannot be reclassified into another MOS. In the Guard and Reserve, you cannot be transferred. You lose your tuition assistance. You can't even re-enlist.
Well? What the fuck do you expect? You're signing up to defend a country. I'm sorry, but not everybody can do that. That's why some people go to war and some people stay home. Wouldn't you rather weed those people out? Instead of getting all of the people going to war killed for sure, maybe you should weed all the weak links out so that at least some of them can come back home? You just maybe? Just wow. Can you imagine how shocked they would be to find out there's no safe space in the military, says Cynical Lindsay. Those are requirements for soldiers, not men or women, says Skep. Exactly. Ugh. This is wow.
Here is where it gets really. 84% of women are failing this test. Keep in mind, 84% of women who are in battalions specifically preparing for the ACFD. You have essentially eliminated women from the United States Army. It gets uglier yet.
No, you still have 16% that fucking passed. 16% is a good deal higher than 0, Can you not math? How is 16% of women per battalion eliminating women from the US Army? Do you mean to tell me life ain't fair? Who would have thunk, says RVA. No kidding. Then it's not that women are able to meet the standards, and some of the women do meet them. Yep.
It is no secret that sexism is a problem in the military. What this test makes clear is that sexism knows no bounds, and with the capricious stroke of a pen, those men have found a way to wash an entire gender from the ranks. If 84% of women are failing the test, the problem is not with women soldiers, it's the test.
Yes. Has there been sexism in the military? Yes. Okay? But I'm sorry. It's not like they're saying women have to take the ACFT and men don't. That would be if the ACFT was only for women and 84% of them were failing, you may have an argument there, okay? But everybody has to take the ACFT, and even the men are having a big problem with passing it. A 70% pass rate to me is unacceptable. Especially if you're going off to defend the country from something. And I'm sorry, but if you ain't strong enough to, complete this test, then you're damn right you shouldn't be able to re-enlist. A lot of countries make everyone serve in the army, men and women. Yes. But before that, they are doing youth service, and they are not sitting around on their asses all the time doing nothing. Before you enlist, like, for example, in I don't know if Sweden still does this, but I'm pretty sure in Switzerland they do this as well. You need to do some sort of youth cadet type of deal, and then you need to do, I think it's 2 years of armed service. Right when you finish high school. Yes, Gep, why is everybody not given a soldier's pay? They just, everyone should get that. Israelis too, yep. Less than 1% pass the test to be a Navy SEAL. Is that sexist? Would you really want to change that standard? Nope. I would totally not.
Heading level 2. All bad, no good.
All bad, no good, huh?
The ACFT consists of 6 events. List 6 items.
Okay, let's see.
Bullet strength deadlift, 420 pounds.
Okay. Upper body strength, probably a test here.
Bullet standing power throw, 10-pound medicine ball, 2 of...
Again, upper body strength.
Bullet hand release push-ups, 3 of 6.
Again, upper body strength.
Bullet sprint drag carry, sprint, drag a sled, and then lateral shuffle, then carry 2 kettlebells, 4 of...
Okay, that would work all of the muscle groups.
Bullet leg tuck, hanging from a pull-up bar, bring your knees or thighs to your elbows, 5 of 6.
Oh, yeah, women could do that for sure.
Bullet 2-mile run, 20-minute max, 6.
And women could do that for sure.
End of list. The Army has yet to address the myriad problems. The link. ACFT presents for the Guard and Reserve components, which make up the majority of the military branch. The gear necessary to take the test is locked up in cages by supply personnel who do not have time to sign out a literal LMTV's worth of equipment on an already busy drill weekend. If it doesn't have access to the Superdome, nearby testing grounds are not likely to meet the ACFT standard. Dry grass, no rocks, no snow, no morning dew, and because Guard and Reserve soldiers do not have daily access to the gear and testing grounds, as their active duty counterparts do, they will be forced to purchase on their own dime a gym membership, and not the cheap gym, either. Planet Fitness doesn't carry sleds. Can't afford a good gym? Well, maybe you're not rich enough for the modern army. I've heard reports of soldiers buying cans of paint to simulate the kettlebell lateral shuffle. Kettlebells are not cheap. It's undignified and insulting. The reserve components are already missing their recruitment goals. This isn't going to help.
Okay, but if you're a reservist, you are not going to make the same money as a full enlisted person, nor are you going to have access to the training grounds at the same amount because you are a reservist. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain this to you. Even I don't. Methinks women fail in the upper body strength categories. Yup. That is why there will never be a chick seal. Yup. Because let me tell you, that seal crawl, among other things, is fucking hard. I can seal crawl for like a minute and then I fall on my face. I can hold a plank for a minute. Well, I used to be able to. I should start doing that again. That's a great abdomen workout. Any reservist can use the base gym. X did that statement. See, I wouldn't. I would not see them going, "You filthy reservist! You can't use the base gym. Fuck off!" You know, like that doesn't make sense to me.
But you know who it will help? The U.S. Air Force. I have been told that Air Force recruiters were warned by higher-ups not to poach soldiers as this Army fiasco rolls out. But, hey, recruitment is an ugly business and recruiters have quotas. All they have to do is state the facts. Hello, prospective female recruit. 84% of women are failing the Army's so-called fitness standards. The problem is the test, not the woman. So do you want to enlist and be a private forever? Or do you want to join the Air Force and reach your potential? You are correct.
Okay, what's wrong with going to the... Wow, okay, what's your hate on for the Air Force, first of all? And second of all, what's this I have been told? You can't do your own fucking first-hand research? You gotta go ask people who know someone who knows someone who knows someone? My gym is 24 hours and $20 a month, so don't give me that, says Ghost Dog. Yep. Shaolin monks train with water buckets and don't need money to get fit. Nope. Yep, I broke her already, says Gun Fox. Oh, don't worry. The story right after this one is from Pincalo, and it will break all of us. Oh, do you have to be a husky to pull a sled? Hearsay is so bad. Yeah.
I know what I would choose. The ACFT rolls out to the entire Army in less than a year. At present, it's looking like an implementation of the ridiculed Army slogan "An Army of One," but at least that was a slogan. If this test goes Army-wide, there might, in the end, only be one soldier left to wear the pinks and greens.
Oh, God.
Heading level 4. Related news.
Thank God that's over. Ugh. What a... That's just sad. That is just sad. You know what's even more sad? Is this story right here from Pincalo. Because he wants to make us all fucking insane. Transgender children should undergo irreversible surgery without parents' permission or counseling. Psychologists say. Let's read this again, this headline. Transgender children should undergo irreversible surgery without their parents' permission or counseling, psychologists say. I'm Pincalo is evil, says Mr. Dax. Yeah, yes, he is. Nope, hard pass, says cynical Lindsay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There are some bullet points here. Transgender children should be able to have surgery without parents' permission, says one bullet point. Australian Psychological Society made the claim in a published submission, or in an unpublished submission. Australians or APS says mandatory pre-surgery counseling can be an unnecessary burden. That's the third bullet point. Who's willing to bet that these psychologists are not practicing psychologists, but who got their degree in psychology in something absurd? Yeah. I wonder if they're activist psychologists. Oh. Psychologists who promote this should lose their licenses. Agreed. All right, let's get angry, shall we?
Transgender children under the age of 16 should be able to undergo surgery without their parents' permission, according to Australia's top psychologists.
No.
The Australian Psychological Society, which represents 24,000 professionals, says the disapproval of both parents should not inhibit a child under 16 from consenting to procedures.
What? Have you all started taking... okay. People in Australia, heed me. Somebody needs to investigate these psychologists and see how many prescriptions for fucking lithium and thorazine they're writing themselves. This is insane. This is insane. Cuttlefish do that. the psychology of transgender mollusks. Australia. Yep. Australia.
Advertisement. But children's ability to make decisions must be assessed by competent doctors, the app said in an unpublished law reform submission, reported by Link, The Australian. You are currently... The Australian Psychological Society, which represents 24,000 professionals, says disapproval of both parents should not inhibit a child under 16 from consenting to procedures. Stock image figure.
A child under 16 can't consent. In any Western country, a minor child cannot consent. And how the fuck do they plan on getting to their competent doctor without a ride from mommy and daddy, for Christ's sakes? There's a push to create future business. No kidding. One big California. No kidding.
Button. The Australian Psychological Society, which represents it was only last year transgender need to seek the approval of the only cause to have irreversible surgery.
Uh-huh.
The app's stance comes from questions floated by the Tasmanian Law Reform Institute. They are in the process of reviewing legislation which allows teenagers over 16 to change their gender identity on their birth certificate. Link. Share. Link. Shares. 3.
Oh, I think that's the end of that story. Sorry. Let's just... Oh, no, it's not. They just threw a whole bunch of links into the middle of the story. How nice of them.
According to the peak psychologist body, mandatory pre-surgery counseling is often an unnecessary burden on the child.
Oh! Yeah, it's really, really annoying when people try to make sure that you're not fucking up your life forever. This is why you don't give criminals a country, says Mr. Dax. That's funny. I like that, Mr. Dax.
The app said the child's gender identity had likely already experienced considerable medical oversight.
Likely? Okay, so they don't even know? They're like, probably. Most parents will get their kids looked at for that shit, right? They won't, just try and forget it or shove it under the rug or beat it out of them or cause any number of other psychological issues on top of gender dysphoria that might need to be worked out before you start injecting irreversible sterilizing hormones and cutting off or altering surgically someone's body. No, let's just, they probably, maybe, likely got medical attention. So let's just let the kid go and change their birth certificate. And they don't need their parents' permission to alter their body chemistry and their physiology. Nah, fuck that. Their parents probably looked after that already, right? Website design was blind hostile blind press? Yes, it was. Wow, Skep Talk. Yeah. This is neurologists see psychology as bullshit. Yeah. Well, some of it is, some of it's not.
Parents who disapprove of their children's medical treatment pose a significant barrier for the child, it said.
Okay, what about parents who disapprove of their child's about that transition because their child is not even done growing yet? Their brain isn't even done growing yet. What if their parents would love them no matter what if they were 30 and wanted to transition because they'd taken the time to think about it and do their due diligence of getting counseling and all that stuff, and they still feel that way? What if their parents just want them to wait until they've grown up and figured out who they are? What if their parents are just trying to protect them from making a rash and irreversible decision that if they still wish to make in 10 years when they're an adult, their parent will fully support them? What about those fucking parents? I have a good bet that there are a lot more of them exist than you think. I have a good bet that a lot of parents of transgender kids just want their kids to grow up and make sure that this is a decision they want before they start hacking off parts of their bodies and putting hormones into themselves that will make sure that they will never be able to reproduce. Regardless of whether they're female to male or male to female. When you start doing that shit, ain't no grandkids in your future, moms and dads. This vexes me, says Straight Sith Male. This is... The phrase user-friendly seems to have gone out of style. Wikipedia snippet. No, son, you cannot cut your dick off at 11 years. Exactly! Apparently that makes you a horrible person. No, honey, you can't make your breasts go away and you can't make your period stop right now. You're 13 years old. Perhaps you should grow up a little bit more, understand what's going on and who you are, and talk to somebody. Talk to people who have transitioned. But no, fuck the parents. Fuck the parents who might love their child as an adult if they still wish to transition. No, fuck them that they're just trying to protect their kids. Apparently protecting your kids means that you're evil. Protecting your kids from decisions that they might make without thinking of the consequences because they're kids makes you evil. Hi, Poppy.
To overcome this, the body has suggested hospitals should have the right to petition courts as well as advocacy to change the minds of parents.
Use the law to change the minds of parents. Oh, fuck me.
Advertisement. Further, legal advice should be accessible so the young people can authorize their treatment, it said.
How can you authorize anything if you're a minor child?
According to the peak psychologist body, mandatory pre-surgery counseling is often an unnecessary burden on the child. The app said the child's gender identity had likely already experienced considerable medical oversight. Figure.
Alright, I can't do this anymore. I'm moving on. Let's read about Boris Johnson yelling at Extinction Rebellion. That should make us feel better. Ugh. My head hurts worse now. Extinction Rebellion London protesters blasted as hypocrites for eating McDonald's for lunch. Oh, fuck, I needed that. Oh, God. I needed that. I needed that laugh. Oh, Jesus. Unnecessary burden? Unnecessary, says Mr. Dax. Determining whether an invasive procedure should be done is unnecessary? Yes, apparently. Yep, Pinkalo broke me. Pinkalo, he says, I win. Alright, let's read about hypocritical idiots. Oh, is there a video? Is there a video? Let's see. Let's see.
Butt prep video play. Volume left. Advertisement video.
It's a greedy little thing.
Damn it.
Video player.
Fuck
region.
off, ad.
Never will again. So
Advertisement video playback. Free sample of Enfamil Canada. Link. Learn more. Link. Audience_network. Pause button.
I just want to fucking watch this video.
Volume left.
Damn it.
Pause video player region.
Shut up. You're gonna get me struck. Damn it. Okay.
End of video. Extinction Rebellion London protesters have been blasted as hypocrites after they were pictured queuing up in McDonald's as they brought the capital to a standstill. It comes as climate change activists glued themselves to one government department and to the underside of a lorry outside another on a second day of protests in London.
So they went to McDonald's. I wonder if any of them ordered the Beyond Meat burger. I'm not surprised at all. They're just middle class to upper class LARPers, says Mr. Dax. Exactly.
Climate change activists were criticized after they were spotted in McDonald's credit. Twitter's link image. Climate change.
So there's a picture.
41. Climate change active credit. End of climate change activists were leaving McDonald's. They took a break from protesting credit. Splash.
There's another picture.
Climate credit. End of another protester was seen stepping out of the fast food chain, which boasts that it sells 75 hamburgers every second. Credit. Splash new.
I love all the Twitter pictures. Oh.
Link 31. Another credit. End of protesters camped overnight inside Smith. End of protesters camped overnight inside Smithfield Market. Figure. Lit 30 protest end of vegan activists staged a sit-in protest at Smithfield Market in London. Figure.
So these are the vegan protesters at Smithfield Market.
End of the protesters left signs for those working at Smithfield Market saying "We love you too." Figure. Lit for a young activist link. A young activist takes part in the Extinction Rebellion takeover of the meat market. Figure.
So these are all pictures of the different Extinction Rebellion. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see. So last night, Boris Johnson dismissed the protesters as uncooperative crusties who should abandon their hemp-smelling bivouacs and stop blocking roads. Yeah? Let's see here.
Activists camped overnight inside the 800-year-old Smithfield Market in London and held a minute's silence for all the animals which had been butchered there over the years.
Oh, God.
However, they were branded hypocritical when a number of eco-warriors were seen popping into McDonald's, which boasts that it sells 75 hamburgers every second.
And I bet none of them bought the Beyond Meat burger. Goddamn slow-ass elevators. I wish I had grabbed pictures of the one from here. It was so sad. Yeah. Talk in an accent? I do not. I cannot. I cannot do an accent right now for some reason. I've given it all she's got, but my brain just isn't working today. See, even my Scottish accent right now. The thing where I am actually Scottish is shit. Why'd you make me do that? I'm done. Yeah, you want accent? Listen to Pincalo read Pigeon from the end of The Blind and the Special Sunday night. That was funny. That was fucking hilarious.
Tory MP Ben Bradley said, "Capitalism is killing us all. We should stop eating meat. Right then, guys, let's knock off Maxi D's anyone." The lack of self-awareness is absolutely staggering. Londoner Adam Brooks tweeted, "Almost all McDonald's toys are plastic and wrapped in plastic. They are the poster company of capitalism. They contribute to world litter on a massive scale. The amount of beef they buy worldwide, staggering." Broadcaster Piers Morgan said the group Good Morning Britain, saying, "The hypocrisy that comes with these people. They went to McDonald's for lunch. They are shameless hypocrites going to the epicenter of mass-produced food. You are current."
Yep.
Video player region. Play video button. End of video. Piers Morgan ransacked extinction. End of play video.
Okay, let's hear what Piers Morgan has to say. Hopefully I won't get struck, but
Pressed volume level B.
fucking ads.
A.
Why do you have to have ads?
Advertisement. No. Volume level B.
It rained yesterday because that lot needed a damn good shower. Also the hypocrisy that comes with these people. Look at this is where they went for lunch. Look at this picture.
Are they not allowed to eat?
No. They went to McDonald's
Right.
to eat mass-produced beef out of cardboard boxes.
Maybe they're having a veggie burger.
No, maybe they're not having a veggie burger.
How do
Maybe
you
they're
know
just
what they're having?
shameless.
Oh my
hypocrites
God,
going to
shut
the
up, lady.
centre
What, have you some
of fast food.
some
How does
Mac and
McDonald's
Cheese
sit
chips?
with their eco-warrior? I mean, seriously, how does it sit with it? Huh? I'm an eco-warrior. I'm going to McDonald's for my lunch. How does that work?
Protesters need to eat, Piers.
They like to deface. They went down and defaced the famous horse. You know, the one down in
Whitehall.
the White Horse, down in the
Oh,
West
the,
Country.
yes, the Whitehall.
They defaced it with their stupid, signs and stuff. I get that. We all want to save the planet. We all want to do more
How
for
are
the
you
environment.
saving the planet?
I'm not lying on the floor
See.
screaming, defacing the White Horse, going to McDonald's, paralysing traffic in London for 2 weeks, and generally behaving like a total imbecile.
Yeah, but
That's not how you affect change.
their campaign's getting a lot of attention, and people are talking about climate change.
Oh, no, they're not.
People hate them. They hate them for the disruption they're causing. They hate them for the way
You
they
hate
smell. They hate
Video player, region, video player. Pause button.
They're saying we're gas guzzling, horrible people. There they are nipping off to McDonald's.
Yep.
Right? Shameless hypocrites.
Yeah. Apparently, they're not allowed to have any lunch.
I just think there are a bunch of people that they probably all.
Yes, he totally said they were not allowed to have lunch. That's exactly what he said. You fucking shut up. Ugh. Do musical notes. Yep. All right. Let's read about another article from Gunfox here. Maryland MS-13 members, illegal immigrants, plead guilty to 2 grisly murders. All right.
4. Link. MS-13 members, in the U.S. illegally, have pleaded guilty in Link, Maryland, to participating in the murders of a 21-year-old woman and a 17-year-old teenager 2 years ago. Police said the woman, Jennifer Rivera Lopez, was lured to her death in June 2017 in an Anne Arundel County park where her killers, armed with knives and machetes, chopped her head off and buried her in a secret grave, the Capital Gazette reported Monday.
Voiceover, it's machetes, dear.
Ronald Mendez Sosa, 21, Brenda Argueta, 20, Irvin Aru Figueroa, 20, and Francisco Ramirez Pina, 24, all of Maryland, copped to the murder last week in federal court, the paper. Link, reported.
How can you be of Maryland and there illegally? Clearly you are not of Maryland. You are there illegally. You can send me articles. How do you do that? Oh, I will do this. Have a Discord server, which I have a news for the CoffeeStream channel in, and you can post. Once you join, I'll give you the role that will allow you to post stories, and you can post them there. So there you go. There you go. Yes, I do. I do. Yes. There you go. So I will, when I see that you've joined, I'll give you the role that will allow you to post in the news for the CoffeeStream channel. And if you find stories that you post there. I will try and get to them. Hopefully they won't get buried under Gunfox's news dump.
Left to right. Ronald Mendez Sosa, Francis.
So that's what they look like. That's what those
Left to link.
people look like.
Mendez Sosa also pleaded guilty to participating in the murder of Neri Giovanni Bonilla Palacios, the 17-year-old, who turned up dead in the woods in Annapolis in October 2017. He had been murdered 2 months earlier, investigators said. Court paper said he had been decapitated with a machete and his body had at least 108 sharp and blunt force injury wounds.
Jesus
reported.
Christ. I wonder if anyone has ever been crafty enough to make an inclusive show and call it the urine stream. That's funny.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, lodged detainers against all four after cops arrested them in October 2017. You are currently on a text element. Court papers allege that MS-13 targeted Rivera Lopez and Vanilla Palacios out of their association with the rural gang. The Gazette visited link. Police said the MS-13 gang killed Jennifer Rivera Lopez in 2017 after she was lured to a Maryland park. Image. Link. The court papers allege that after using a ruse to get Rivera Lopez into the car, Argueta used another ruse to get the car to stop, at which point several other MS-13 members forced Rivera Lopez into another vehicle and took Rivera Lopez to the site of the murder, the paper reported. The court papers for Mendez Sosa said he did not help kill Rivera Lopez but aided in the murder by transporting others to and from the scene, the paper reported.
Well, you are still a piece of shit. So screw you. So here's something that I found that's going to make me mad. Let's read about this. It will make me very angry. Canada's failure to repatriate former ISIS fighters and families leading to inevitable crisis. Because apparently we need to take those treacherous pieces of shit back into our country, apparently. So this is from a picture of the Kurdish People's Protection Unit.
636 comments button. Canada and other Western countries that have failed to repatriate citizens who fought for the Islamic State and now are detained in northern Syria may soon face an even deeper conundrum about what to do about them, experts warned Monday. The Trump administration has signaled it is prepared to stand aside in the event of a Turkish invasion of the region, which would be aimed at dislodging the Syrian Kurdish People's Protection Units, YPG, a U.S. ally in the war against ISIS. Notifications closed. Safari.
Why would you do that, Trump?
Stark criticism from Republicans in Congress forced U.S. President Donald Trump to temper earlier tweets by saying he would stop Turkey from going too far with an incursion, but the gyrations have created turmoil among policymakers and allies. Since the fall of ISIS, the Syrian Democratic Forces, led by the YPG, have been holding approximately 11,000 ISIS detainees, including 2,000 foreign fighters, in more than 24 camps. There are as many as 32 Canadians, 6 men, 9 women and 17 children, in 2 camps in northeastern Syria, according to research by Marnat Amarasingam, an assistant professor at Queen's University School of Religion, which was published in Policy Options magazine last summer.
Well, I'm sorry, but those people who went to fight with ISIS shouldn't have brought their kids with them, and tough shit, you committed treason. So fuck you. Oh, hello, Calvin McLeod. Yeah, I know that's how the rules are set. As soon as I'm done the stream, I will go and fix the rules for you, Ryder. I've got enough stories to carry us through till 1:30 today, so but as soon as the stream is done, I will go and fix your rule for you.
In the face of a Turkish military offensive, they could soon be free. Heading level 2 was bound to happen. Something like this was bound to happen, said Michael Nesbitt, a senior fellow at the Canadian Global Affairs Institute. There was always a risk something like this would happen, and if we didn't take action to repatriate them, national security could be put at risk. I'd be worried about the Canadians, where they end up.
They chose to leave and go fight with a fucking terrorist group. Fuck them. They don't deserve to come back. And it's really shitty that they've put their children in that position, but they don't get to come back. Sorry, but them's the breaks. polar pigs and bagel
Over the
truck.
weekend, the Kurds indicated they will pull military forces away from detention facilities and refugee camps in order to fight Turkish forces, said John Dunford, a Syrian expert at the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War.
Well, when I put your role in there, Ryder, you can post them, and me and Skep will have a laugh at them tomorrow.
Over the last year, there have been documented cases of detained ISIS fighters organizing riots or small-scale escape attempts at camps in Syria and northern Iraq. Dunford said these incidents were not coordinated or sophisticated, but that may be about to change, because ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi has ordered his followers to step up efforts to free those who've been captured. There is concern given the vulnerability of some of these facilities, Dunford said. Some of them are literally schoolhouses that have been converted. Even just the threat of a Turkish offensive into northern Syria, we could see an abandonment of those facilities. Heading level 2, prisoners could walk away. The consensus among defense and security experts is that the Kurds would let the prisoners go, leaving detainees and their families free to either return home or join the insurgency.
Which do you think they'll do? They can come back with treason crimes right to the gallows pole, says Streetsith Mail. Yep. Must be a Trudeau idea. He's probably preparing another dance to embarrass the Canadian people, says Moonshock. Yep. Let's see. Pincalo says, had we not killed Saddam Hussein, none of this would have happened. Yup. Yep.
List one item, bullet, end of list one item, bullet, end of list one item, bullet, and Dunford said, in his estimation, getting back into the fight is the most likely scenario for prisoners who could be released. Some former Canadian ISIS fighters and their families have indicated they want to return home, but the Liberal government has said it's too difficult and northern Syria is too dangerous for foreign affairs staff. In this 2017 photo, Kurdish soldiers from anti-terrorism units, background, stand in front of a suspected Islamic State member at a security center in Kobani, Syria. Foreign fighters from Canada and other Western nations detained by the Kurds may go free if Turkey moves against Kurdish forces inside Syria, Hussein Malish / Associated Press figure.
Did anyone see Trisha Paytas' video? No.
In this 2017 end of Canada has been unwilling, said Nesbitt, who noted U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo pointedly called on Canada at the end of August to take back its citizens detained in Syria.
And do what with them? Just carry on like they didn't fucking betray their country? Is that what we're supposed to do? Just be like, welcome home! You committed treason, that's fine. Here you go. Ugh. No, they shouldn't have killed Gaddafi either. When they killed Saddam and Gaddafi, they've really fucked the balance up.
We don't have a political party that has said it would deal proactively with these fighters. Usually, it's leave them there, or some such policy. And now, we're seeing the repercussions of that.
No, don't just leave them there. Put a bullet in their heads. Treacherous fucks. Okay. You ready for the science? And it's not woke science this time. It's actual science. We should accept them back and directly put them in jail to be tried for and convicted of treason. Yep. Here's some free government money since you're literally unemployable. Yep. Ugh. Let's have some science. That'll make us feel better. Here we go. So let's see. There we go. Impossible exoplanet and an alternate planet formation theory. Well, interesting. So the discovery of a exoplanet GJ 35 J or G. So JG 3512b is a planet too big for its star. Weird. Okay, let's let voiceover read this headline.
The discovery of
Subheadline.
exoplanet GJ 3512b, a planet too big for its star, adds fuel to the competition between two theoretical models of how planets form. It suggests many more Jupiter-like planets are waiting to be found, orbiting nearby sun-like stars.
Very cool. Okay. So let's get to the meat of this article here. So that is, I guess, it's so that's the picture of the spiral. So that's the spiral structure of the image of the spiral structure that is going to be probably the basis of this article. Hi, Mr. Goatman. Woke science, weird science, mad science, and real science. Let's see here. Are you calling that planet fat? Says Moonshock. How dare you? Don't fat shame planets.
Notice the spiral structure here? This isn't a galaxy, it's a computer simulation of a newly forming solar system. It's part of the disk instability model of how planets form, a model that's been less accepted by astronomers until now. A new discovery suggests this model may be correct. If so, Jupiter-like worlds may be common around nearby sun-like stars. Image via astronomical theorist Alan Boss / link. Carnegie Science.
Okay.
Period. Third-party astronomers have discovered link. More than 4,000 exoplanets so far, and the number is still going up. Many are gas giant worlds like Jupiter or Saturn in our solar system, but that's in part link. Selection bias. The more massive exoplanets orbiting closer to their stars are the easiest exoplanets to find. Now, link. New study. The link. New study suggests that there may be a large population of still unseen Jupiter-like exoplanets waiting to be found orbiting nearby sun-like stars. The new results, from theorist link. Alan Boss at link. Carnegie Institution for Science, relate in a profound way to astronomers' understanding of how planets form. These results have been accepted for publication in an upcoming issue of the Astrophysical Journal. Boss's new work is supported by a September 27, 2019 paper. Link. Published in the link. Peer-reviewed journal Science, reporting on the discovery of a new exoplanet labeled link. GJ 3512b.
Okay.
This confirmed massive Jupiter-like planet orbits a very low-mass red dwarf star, and thus this planet, sometimes called link. The planet that shouldn't exist. Belies the previously most popular theory of planetary formation, which had suggested it was impossible for such a massive planet to form around such a small star. From the September 27th paper. Surveys have shown that York link, super-Earth, and link, Neptune mass exoplanets are more frequent than gas giants around low-mass stars, as predicted by the link co-accretion theory.
Could it be that this red dwarf star was once a sun-like star and the Jupiter-style planet are they saying that, like, could this planet or could this star have been a sun-like star, died, and therefore Jupiter like planet was orbiting a red dwarf star, or has this star always been a red dwarf star?
Of planet formation, we report the discovery of a giant planet around the very low mass star GJ 3512, as determined by optical and near-infrared. Link. Radial velocity. Observations. The planet has a minimum mass of 0.46 Jupiter masses, very high for such a small host star, and an link. Eccentric. 204-day orbit. We use simulation to demonstrate that the GJ 3512 planetary system challenges generally accepted formation theories.
Interesting.
Block quote level 1. It's a challenge of the impossible exoplanet GJ 3512b, the most widely accepted planet formation model that Voss is now addressing in his new paper.
Come on. Come on. Safari. Hello.
Voiceover off.
Sorry, I'm resetting voiceover.
Safari busy.
There we go.
Busy.
Voiceover and Safari just had an argument, it would seem.
Busy.
Don't be like this, Safari. Come on. There are white dwarves and dwarves of color. It's a failed star. Not big enough to be a brown dwarf. No. I would consider Robert De Niro a failed star. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay. Close that. Sorry, I'm just, it put me at the bottom of the page, so I'm going to get back over here. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a hiccup with VoiceOver and Chrome. Or, not Chrome, Safari. Link, 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 link. It sounds like VoiceOver having a seizure right now, because I'm holding down the... I'm holding down the left arrow key, trying to get back to the story. Holy crap. There we go. Okay, where did we leave off here? Where did we leave off? Where did you freeze here? Where did we leave off? Okay. Eccentric 200-day orbit. Okay, here we go. It's the challenge of the impossible exoplanet GJ 3512 to the most widely accepted planet model that the boss addresses in his new paper.
Link. The lunar calendars are here. Get your 2000 giant backlit exoplanet next to sun with stats for both printed on illustration image.
So that's a exoplanet with the sun behind it.
The new link. The new study is supported by and link. The sun. The new study is supported by and expands on the discovery of GJ 3512b, a gas giant that shouldn't exist because current planet formation theory says it is too big for its very small star. Image via link. The sun. Period. Third-party astronomical theorists, people who have spent entire careers studying how planets form, have settled on two scenarios for the formation of gas giant planets. One scenario is called core accretion, and the other is called disk instability. In link, core accretion. Planets slowly form through the collisions of increasingly larger material in the debris disk of gas and dust surrounding a young star, such as dust grains, pebbles, boulders, and eventually larger. Link, planetesimals. Meanwhile, the competing theory, disk instability, suggests a rapidly triggered process that occurs when the debris disk is massive and cool enough to form spiral arms.
Kind of like a galaxy. Interesting. That's pretty cool.
According to the disk instability model of how planets form, clumps of self-gravitating gas and dust then form and contract and coalesce into a baby planet. Core accretion has been the dominant theory for some time now, but planets like GJ 3512b represent a challenge to it. Boss has long been a proponent of the disk instability theory, with GJ 3512b now covered and confirmed. Boss more than ever believes disk instability is the correct model for the formation of gas giant planets, and, if so, that there are many more Jupiter-like planets waiting to be found, according to link, Guillem Anglado Escade, a former Carnegie postdoc who worked with Boss on disk instability models, now at the Institute for Space Studies of Catalonia.
Could both theories be a thing? Could disk instability be the thing that makes gas giants, but core accretion be the one that builds Earth-like planets? Is that a possibility, I wonder?
It's a great vindication for the disk instability method and a demonstration how one unusual discovery can swing the pendulum on our understanding of how planets form. Your man in suit gesturing with one hand against out of focus star-y background image. Alan link.
So I guess that's a
Alan
picture
Boss,
of Alan Boss, the author of this study.
Link. Carnegie Institution for Science. Period. Here's the big problem. Core accretion and explanation for planets like J3512b. According to core accretion, the mass of a debris disk should be proportional to the mass of the young star around which it revolves. When you have a star that's much smaller than our sun, hosting a planet that should be too big for it, then either the original debris disk was enormous in relation to this star, or core accretion just didn't work in this planetary system. In contrast, in the disk instability scenario, hot debris disks start out as very stable. As they gradually cool down, they form spiral arms around the star. Yes, spiral arms similar to those in a galaxy, from which dense clumps eventually form planets. And as it turns out, the gas giants resulting from that process are at similar distances from their stars as Jupiter and Saturn are from the Sun. As Boss surmised, you are currently on a text element inside of web content. To exit this web area, press Ctrl, Option, Shift, up arrow.
Wow.
My new models show that disk instability can form dense clumps at distances similar to those of the solar system's giant planets. The exoplanet census is still very much underway, and this work suggests that there are many more gas giants out there waiting to be counted. If Boss is right, then disk instability for the creation of planets may be more common than thought, and there should be many more Jupiter-like worlds waiting to be discovered around nearby stars. Finding more planets like GJ 3512b would make that scenario even more compelling.
Very cool. Very, very cool. The sun's mass is 1.989 times 10 to the 27 metric tons. Wow. That's pretty damn massive.
Reddish band, a giant planet with orange background image.
So I think that is either the picture of JG 512b 5312b. Same skill as Tits Holiday.
Artist's concepts of exoplanet. You are currently a gas giant link. GJ 504b.
Oh, this is GJ 5. Oh, 4b. Okay.
A gas giant 57 light-years away. Similar worlds may be common around nearby stars, according to a new study by theorist Alan Boas. Image via Goddard Space Flight /we/link. See news. Your period. Bottom line, a new study from Carnegie Institution for Science suggests there are many more Jupiter-like gas giant planets orbiting nearby stars, waiting to be found. The study expands on the recent discovery of DJ 3512b, a massive planet that should be too large for its small star, and shouldn't even exist according to the current most popular theory of how planets form.
I have a feeling that we're going to discover that both theories have merit. I really do. I have a feeling that core accretion is responsible for the rocky planets in a solar system. I have a feeling that the instability theory could be responsible for forming gas planets. And then when that happens, things settle down in the disk, and the rocks and the rocks kind of accrete together to form the rocky planets. I have a feeling that we're gonna find out that something is not rocky planets, the rocky planets. You crazy man. No, I really do think we are going to make that discovery. What a nightmare. You are awesomely funny, Skepdoc. I am doing very well, Six. Slowly recovering from the Canadian federal election English debate last night. That was slightly ridiculous. And we covered that, Pink Hollow and I covered that last night. It's there if you'd like to go check it out. Called Our Politics is Sad. Although if you're gonna watch it, I suggest you get rather drunk or stoned or something. I don't know, but let's stop screen sharing there. So, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves today. Let me just check, see if there's anybody with any questions or any comments. Not bad, gotta start pre-winter cleaning. Ah, yes. The real Saddam Hussein was abducted by aliens? Maybe. So yeah, I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys like the ending on a sciencey note, because I really enjoy reading the sciencey articles as well as, talking politics and ranting and stuff. And I think it's kind of a good way to get out of the crazy at the end of the show, to just have a nice sciencey article. I had enough trouble watching the US Democrat debates. I don't blame you, dude. I really don't. So we've come to the end of the show. Ryder, I will make sure that your role is set when I'm done this. Remember to come back tomorrow for the CoffeeStream Wednesdays with Skep Edition. And Skep Talk and I will be back to regale you with news and conversation and lots of fun. And Saddam was invited to a party. Want to hang out and have a long nap? Oh, that's funny. I'm a science nerd, so I like science articles. Yeah, me too. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Tuesday. And Sketch Talk and I will see you tomorrow at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. Let your friends know about this channel. Share it far and wide. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.